Hey up guys, welcome back to Piggy Pen's Tube. My name's Jo and today I'm going to be talking through my plans for December. In addition, I'll be reviewing my November and my big goal for 2025, which let me tell you is not all good. In fact, it's good, it's bad and it's ugly, and I'll explain why very shortly. First up, we need a warning. Geek alert, glasses are going on, laptop's coming out, but not for long, don't worry, we're going to get to look at some colouring books in about 2 minutes, just bear with me. So, let me pull up a chair. You may or may not recall that in October I did a bit of a stock take on my books, and I realised that I had quite a large percentage of books that I hadn't touched, and I've only been colouring since summer, so to get a lot of books in a short amount of time, in some ways, this is only my personal feelings on things for myself. This isn't how I look at anybody else. How anybody else collects books or purchases books doesn't interest me. Well, it interests me because I love looking at their books, but I don't care how many books somebody has. But for me, I want to keep control of my book buying a little bit. So anyway, to cut a longer story short, I realised the error of my ways in October, and I had 62% of my books were untouched at that point, and I had 43 books, and then by 1st of November I had 56 books, and I'd coloured in those a little bit more, so I actually brought my percentage down to 57% of my collection then was untouched. As it stands now, that collection that I had back on the 1st of November, those 56 books, I reduced it from 57% untouched books to 33%, which is great. Fab. And that would mean in December I would need to touch about 19 books. Well, I'm not going to do that. I've got plans to touch about 13, which I'll get into. 13 untouched books, which I'll get into, which means I'm going to have to accept defeat. The long and the short of it is I'm not going to get all those untouched books touched. If everything went to plan in December, of those 56 books that I had, right? Notice I keep stressing that. Of those 56 books that I had, I would, even if everything went well, I would still have 6 untouched. But that isn't the problem. There's bigger issues going on here, and that is the amount of books that I've bought in November and been gifted. So basically, my plan is out the window. It's not going to happen, and I don't want another month like November where I'm, it shouldn't be something that I'm like rushing through. I want to get back to enjoying my pages. So you guys all warned me, and I tried it. And I tried it for 1 month, and I've realised straight away it's not for me, that. So my goal was important to me, but so is building my book collection. I'm still new to colouring, so I'd like to think now I have fully curated my book collection. The long and the short of it is I've got a confession to make, and that is that I now have, you can clearly tell I'm trying to confess something, and that is, let me just go back to my updated books list. I've got 120 books. 120 books, I know. 56 it was, and now it's 120. How is that possible in a month? I can hear you saying it. How is that possible in a month, Jo? I don't know. I'll tell you how it's possible. I think I was so confident about my goal for 2025. I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, no problem. I can see it now. I've made all my plans. I've got everything laid out. This is going to happen. So why not treat myself to a few? And I'll just add them to my library in January. Half a dozen books if I saw any I wanted. Just add them to my library in January. Well, that just got out of hand. Plus, it was my birthday month, so people have gifted me books. And in addition to gifts that people have, parted with their hard-earned cash and bought me beautiful gifts for my birthday, which I really, really appreciate. In addition to that, one person were having a massive de-stash and sent me a massive hamper of gorgeous new books, all of which I would have loved to have bought eventually anyway. So they've been added to my library, and I'm not talking half a dozen books. There was tens and tens and tens of books. So that is the reason that my library has increased so rapidly. Now, I never wanted to get to 120 books. Does the book number matter? Not really. But this is my channel and I'm talking about what I'm wrestling with at the moment in my head. So this is what's going on in my brain. It bothers me. So I don't really want to buy any more books for foreseeable future. Unless something's new is released. And I honestly don't think I need to, because I've got a wonderful, special library of colouring books now that are every single book I love for different reasons as well. So I think my curation period is now over. And funnily enough, actually, we've had a couple of months, good months, me and my husband, financially. So now was the time, if I were going to treat myself to anything, now was the time to do it, because we're always saying we go away for Christmas and then we spend a lot of money, just like everybody else, and we're recovering through January and February. Almost every year, January and February is a poor month for us. So there'll be no book buying going on for certainly a few months. And then I've got my eyes on some new releases next year. But apart from them, I can't see any books that I want that I don't already have now. And I feel very, very blessed to have such a wonderful book collection. And it's relatively small compared to some people, I know that. But it's also relatively large compared to some people. And I don't judge anybody else, and I hope nobody is judging me, but I'm so grateful for every single book I was gifted as well. That hamper was amazing. It was just phenomenal. So thank you to that person. You know who you are. Right, let's get gone with this geeky stuff now. So just November was a tragedy, and I've now come to my senses, and I've realised that all those extra books that I've got that are now untouched. So really, if you want the honest truth, let's have a look. If I type in 120 books there, and how many books have I touched? Let me just have a look. There's 84 untouched books of them, that 120, which is ridiculous, isn't it? So 84. So now I have got, so let's copy and paste this calculation. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum. 70% of my books are untouched. So all I'm going to work in now, unless somebody really, really wants to buddy with me on something that I have already touched, I'm just going to concentrate on my untouched books, and I'm going to take next year to do that. So rather than 2 months, which I originally gave myself, I'm going to take my time. Something else I'm going to change for moving forward for next year is I'm going to cap my pages at 10 each month, because what I want to be doing is working on my colouring skills next year. So I want to get better at colouring, and I think taking the pressure off time-wise will be one way of achieving that. Sorry about him with his squeaky toy. I want to cap my pages each month at 10 per month. I think that'll be a nice number for me, and I'm going to concentrate on improving skills instead of, you know, some other goals that I had. And gradually, because every book I want to work in is an untouched one, with the exception of a couple of project books, Soulmates being one of them, which I want to colour in every month. Spirit Animals is its other name. So Soulmates, or Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson, is something that I want to colour in every single month. But outside that, and maybe another book, I'm just going to focus on my untouched books, and I'm going to enjoy them. This is it. I've got all these 84 untouched books. I mean, how wonderful is that? I get to sit and flip through them, enjoy them, and yeah, I just think next year is going to be fantastic. So no more silly goals, untouched book goals for me, and instead I'm going to focus on improving skills. So there we have it. Right, let's talk about December now in a more positive light. So let's get rid of the geeky stuff. And let's bring in the books. Remembering that my 10 books a month cap starts in January, because I've already made some commitments in December that I'm perfectly fine with, actually. I think this is a doable list of pages for me this Christmas. So yeah, there's quite a lot here. I have got 17 pages planned. 13 of those are in untouched books. I've got quite a lot of buddies in things like Maria Troller's new books, which I've already touched, so they're appropriate for this season though, so I wanted to include some of those. So 17 pages, 13 untouched books, one full book collaboration, so I'm doing a page for a full book collab, and one book is for myself, and of all those 17 I've got 15 buddies. So it's going to be a cracking month of December. Some Christmas stuff, some not Christmas stuff, just how I like it. A little bit seasonal, a little bit not seasonal. So let's get going. I'm going to get comfortable for this. And we'll start with the first book. So first up in my December plans, we have this book. And it's worth mentioning that I'm doing things a little bit differently in December, because I don't want to be rushing pages that kind of lean towards some really, interesting pencil work, or something that I really want to get my teeth into. Pages that take more out of me in terms of time, pages that I'm excited about for whatever reason, pages that are Christmassy, I want to do before Christmas Day actually. So with all that in mind, I've set myself an order of which pages I want to approach first. So this is the first book, the first page that I want to do. I might change it, I can stay flexible, but this is the first page I want to do this month, and it's in Dark Fairy Tales. So this is the first page I'm going to be tackling. So yeah, I left our windmill page till the very last part of the month, and I promised Holly that I'd give more attention to our next page, which is this one, the Nutcracker Christmas tree page in Dark Fairy Tales. So this is what I'll be doing first of all, and I've already pulled my pencil, so as soon as I've filmed this video and got it edited and up on YouTube, this is what I'm going to be working on this afternoon, and I can't wait. So I've picked my colour palette. I'm going Christmassy because I want to keep it Christmassy for this first Christmas tree, but I'm going just a little bit dark with it. Just a little bit dark. You've got to, haven't you? It's Dark Fairy Tales. So I was having a really good look at it earlier, and we've got this band of, I think, some type of fabric, stripy fabric around the tree, so I think we can make that look quite dark. We've got animal heads, animals without the rear legs, nutcrackers without the bodies, and so it is very dark Kirby, but I'm going to love it. We've got some holly, which is appropriate for holly. Hollyberry colours, so I'll be making sure that these look clearly like hollies for holly, and a few baubles and some gifts. So yes, I'll show you my pencils actually. So this, obviously it doesn't indicate perfectly what my colour palette is, but trust me, when it's done it will look awesome. Let's start the month with confidence. So yes, I'm excited for that. That's going to be my first page of the month in Kirby Rozanne's Dark Fairy Tales with Hollyberry colours. Fabulous. Right then, after I've completed that page to an excellent standard, might I add, I'm going to start work on this page, which I'm also super chuffed to be doing. This is with Callie Smith. Is it Callie Smith? Why do I assume that I've remembered her surname correctly? She's Callie anyway, and on Instagram she is Chasing My Moon, at Chasing My Moon. So yeah, this is Hannah Carls and I obviously love, so this book had to feature this month, and we're going to do the Christmas market, or is it a German market, something, that kind of Christmassy Scandi come German come British trying to be German market, which looks fabulous. I'm going to be able to really sink my teeth into it. I think Callie's already started, and she's gone through Beautiful Sky, if I remember rightly. I think she started in October actually. So yeah, this is going to be a fantastic double page when it's done. So we've got lots of food stuffs going on, so I think these are toys, aren't they? Like, are these money boxes and little effigies? Then we've got some food stuff going on, some candy canes. It's an absolutely stunning page, some decorations and some candles. So you know me, I love a bit of candlelight. Little mini trees and snowmen. So yeah, I'm just starting to think about things because November was that busy. I haven't even given much thought. These could be, are these decorations or should we make them into fairy lights? Same could be said of these. These could be fairy lights. Oh, there's fairy lights there on the roof of that shed. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. Callie suggested that I do some something fantastic with Sky as well. So I'll have a think about that. Not like piling pressure on, is the Callie? Thanks very much. No, it's going to be fab. Can't wait to work with you on it. And I think this isn't actually an untouched book, because I'm quite sure that I did, yes, I did the Christmas tree in it for Jazzy Doodle Designs as collaboration, Hannah Carlson full book collab. So I got to join in and do that Christmas tree page, which I'm chuffed with. These stars, by the way, let me give you a little shimmer if I've not shown you already. I hope these show up for you. I can't see my camera, but if I twist them everywhere, that's that Kuretake gold ink, which I really like using, and I just applied it little blob and then pulled it out with my toothpick, which is a little thing that I like to do in tight spaces. So yes, that page with Callie is in Merry Christmas or God Jewel by Hannah Carlson. That's second on my list this month. Then I'm so excited to be buddying up with Derek at, from Chromatic Collective Facebook group. He's on, that's just one thing he does, but he's on Instagram and he's colouring all through the month. He's really a very active colourist, and I love his style as well. So I'm buddying up with him and another one of my colouring buddies, Ivy from Ivy Pearl Clever Swirl. She's got a YouTube channel as well, so we're doing this page in The Night Voyage by Daria Song. I was so excited to get this book when I first saw it. It's just going to be fantastic. And do you know what? I think I know what I want to do with this page, but I think it might be too obvious that I obviously want to do some collage, because she's flying on these origami cranes, and there's all this wrapping paper. So I'm, I don't know whether the collage idea is too obvious and it might be a little bit meh because of that. But I know I want to work with some collage this month as well, so this seems like the perfect opportunity, doesn't it? Maybe I could even get some folded paper and it could be like a little bit like a pop-up book. That's my idea anyway, so it has a 3D effect if I could pull it off. It'll either be one of those ideas, like all my ideas, it'll either be brilliant or it'll plummet like somebody's poked an hole in my air balloon. It'll just plummet to the ground. So yes, that's my idea, and I want to go collage, maybe a little pop out 3D element. Is it colouring? I don't know. It is to me. So yeah, this is called If Presents Fell from the Sky, this page, in Night Voyage by Daria Song. Yeah, Ivy and Derek, I think we're going to make a cracking trio. So yeah, check out Derek's Instagram and Ivy's YouTube channel. Two fantastic colourists and colouring friends. That's the third page. Then I'm working in this book. So I'm then going to hopefully work on a page in this book, which I'm doing as part of a full book collaboration that I've organised to celebrate the launch of this book, and also to wish RJ himself a very Merry Christmas. We're going to show him his completed book, and I think that's a lovely thing and a nice way to thank him. So we picked the pages at random using a random generator. There were 50 of us and 50 pages, and the page that got drawn for me is this one, and it's called A Warm Heart, so I quite like that one. And it's based, or I don't know which came first, the front cover or the page image, but it's a take on the front cover. So you've got the little birdie here. I love this colour scheme. I don't know whether to really kind of try and replicate this or show RJ something different. I don't know. But the image is slightly different. We've got 5 little baby birds and a mummy or daddy bird, which is just adorable. And I think, I've said this before in my flip through of this book, I think RJ has just got, is just really good with composition. I love the way he composes all his pages, and he's got a really lovely sense of flow and everything. I just think he's fabulous. So that is a page that I'll be doing for that collaboration. So nobody on this, just me and my thoughts. So I don't know quite what palette I'll settle on, but I know I would like some elements of this to look quite goldy, you know, and or maybe frosty, you know, like crystallized frost, or sparkly, just special. I want it to look special. So yes, fabulous. A Warm Heart in Winter Wonder by RJ Hampson is the next book on my list. Then I am so excited about this book. If for any reason the occult and folklore in general isn't of interest to you and you want to fast forward, I'm just going to put the timestamp on screen, which you can get to escape this occultist stuff. All right, and I'll see you there in a few minutes. So I bought it a while ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, something like that. No, I didn't. It was about a month ago, about 4 weeks ago I bought this book. I can't remember where I first saw it. It were on somebody's channel, I'm sure it was, but I absolutely love it. And when I was talking about having a project book in Soulmates by Hannah Carlson, and I mentioned, you know, maybe another book as well, this is the one. I think this is a book that I would like to complete as a project book, so I may try and work in this every month. Now, I'm not into the occult, or I'm not religious in any way. I don't, you know, I have no faith. It's okay, I'm fine, but I just love the artwork in it, and I like how we've got at the start in this book. I should do a flip through of it. There's probably flip throughs out there, but I just think it's fabulous. We've got a little explanation on these pages, and there's all sorts of stuff, you know, from like, I was reading one earlier. So for example, you get a little thumbnail of the image, and it says, this piece combines the Scandinavian winter witch Lucy and the Catholic Lucy and the Catholic Saint Lucy who lost her eyes on the 13th of December. Lucy and her trolls and spirits come out to play in the long dark night. I love anything like that evokes something. It evokes an image or a story. I really enjoy that. That's one element that I love. And then the artwork, as I mentioned, I just think it's gorgeous. The line work is a little thicker than I like. But unlike, for example, Melpomene Chatsapanagiotu, there's not quite as much of it on every single page. There's quite a lot on that page, and the line work's a bit thinner because there's so much of it. There's quite a lot there. But oh god, I love this page. I can see me completing this book. I really, really just love it. So I'm so excited to be starting in it. And thanks to Kath, who is going to buddy with me on. We toyed with, she loves this page and I do as well, but we're going to keep it for summer. I seem to buddy with Kath every month, so, you know, maybe that's something that, unless she elbows me out, we might, you know, buddy every so often anyway, every couple of months. No pressure. But we decided on, so that's going to be great for summer. There's all sorts of fantastic, I can't wait to do that one. That's the Dance Macabre. There's just, and I mean, some of these pages are less my thing. That's like your wallpaper page, but these pages, I just love them. And I feel like I'd be able to use quite a bit of different media in this. The pages they're decent. What are they like, I wonder? They're a bit like a mythographic. So yeah, I just love it. I definitely think that is right up my street. I definitely think this is a book that I will complete. She looks like Madonna, don't you think? In face, I mean. Might be her teeth, I don't know what it is. So yes, but anyway, back to what me and Kath are doing. So we have decided to do this page, and it's called, we were toying between these two, but we've decided to save the cat maybe for later in winter. But this page is called Frigg and the Mistletoe, so that's right up my street. She's crying berries of mistletoe, and let me just tell you why. Let me go to my little index. So, Frigg and the Mistletoe. A powerful Norse goddess, Frigg cries out berries of mistletoe after the plant was used to kill her son Balder by the scheming god Loki. Love it. So somebody's actually asked me to show them how I did my hair on that Day of the Dead page from November. So if this line work will work for that, I will show you on this page maybe through some of these plats. These plats I'm really going to enjoy colouring. The berries may get tedious, as may this. However, it's one of those pages where I think if we pull it off, no doubt Kath will, but if I manage to pull it off as well, it could have really good impact. So it's that kind of page to me. We will see. So I'll try and do something interesting in this little bit of background as well. I see goldy bits and things like that. So I'm super excited, Kath. Thanks very much. This is going to be a project book for me, for sure. Love it. The Occult and Folklore colouring book by Duchess of Law. Now, who that actually is, I don't know. But I'd love to know more about her. Maybe something I'll look into this month. It's a gorgeous book, you know. So, yeah. Trying to see. And I think I picked it up quite cheap. I think it's like a £5 on Amazon now, actually. And it's supposed to be 15 quid. So, knock yourselves out, guys. Join me. I'll definitely buddy up with you in that book if it's something you want to get. Next up, Twilight Garden. This is a buddy that I'm doing with Caroline at the Arty Crafty Tart. She's a fab lady. And she's actually even fabber than you know. She knows why she's fab. So yeah, I'm delighted to be buddying up with her. And we're working on this double page that she let me pick. And the reason I bought this book, this is a book that I've treated myself to, and I couldn't find it on Amazon. I actually had to get it from I forget, maybe Blackwell's, but I saw this page coloured by somebody, I can't remember who now, and that made me buy the book. I literally just went and ordered it just to colour this page. Now I'm saying that, and I've just put a huge amount of pressure on myself, because if I paid for this book just to colour this page, it ought to be good. So I want to take my time with it. I just think these hedgehogs are just so cute. You know me, I like adult themes a lot of the times. I don't go for cute that much, but this is my type of cute. I absolutely love them. I want to tickle the tummies. So I can't wait. Is it winter December it? Who cares? We're doing it. So I can't wait. So thanks a lot, Caroline, for letting me choose, and for, you know, that other lovely thing that you did just because you're a beautiful human. And it wasn't gifting me anything, by the way, for anybody who's wondering. But she's a good lasses. Told Caroline at the Arty Crafty Tart. Up next, I want to go back to this book. So this is a book that I have touched. So yes, up next will be these bells. So I put a shout out in October about December, and I said I wouldn't mind. I said I wouldn't mind doing one of these 3 pages, but people contacted me wanting to do the 3 pages. So some people wanted to do these bells, some people wanted to do other things, and that's why I've returned to these books so much, especially this month. So these bells, I'm buddying up with 3 lovely ladies. Colour Me Amy, so Amy from Colour Me Amy on Instagram and YouTube. Sarah from Sarah's Colouring on Instagram, and Adrienne from Adrienne's Colour Therapy, who is the other person that runs a Chromatic Collective Facebook group. So we're gonna, I said I'd love to do the bells because I wanted to practice doing some. I find it quite easy to just grab these, one of my favourite mediums, these metallic Calero pearl colours, watercolours from Calero. But I want to not do that, and I want to develop my skills on colouring in pencil, metals. So I'll go for some maybe gold bells. And we have, this is like pine, isn't it? And a couple of little Christmas fairies. So I'm excited to get to that, and I think it's going to be cool. We've got a little chat group set up already, so we can share progress pictures if we want to. and we can just generally have a good time through Christmas, buddying up with each other. So thank you to Amy, Sarah and Adrienne. I really appreciate it. So that's in All the Colours of Christmas, also known as Julens à la Fargue by Maria Troller. I'm going to be turning to this book, which, now is this an untouched book for me? Let me refresh myself. Yes, I believe it is. And we're going to do the Reindeer page. I think I had a book, I think I had this on a list in October for something and it never got done. That's why I thought I might have touched it. But I'm going to do this Reindeer page. And I'm doing this as part of a group, Buddy Colour, in the Chromatic Collective Facebook group. So Adrienne, who I've just mentioned, Martina Eggling and Bama Beans. The four of us are going to work on this page as a group buddy within that Facebook group. So I'll also share it on my Instagram and stuff as well. So yes, these gorgeous reindeer. This could be done like a knitted woolly jumper, couldn't it? Or wrapping paper. Or maybe this is my collage opportunity. It's not very exciting just to do my background in collage, but that's what I could do. It'd save me colour in it. And we've got some more holly. The holly there. Bells again. So, you know, if I do some good work on them bells in that last book, these should be excellent. But we'll see. So yes, that's quite festive. Love it. In Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Igusa. I'm sorry I don't always tell you what book I'm looking in at the start, but I always do before I put it away. Then up next we're returning again to this book, Julens à la Fargue, and this time I'm going to be colouring another Christmas tree. So this is the one that I fancied because it just, as a child, if it were Christmas time, this would be one of the things that I would have been drawing in my little, on my bits of paper. As a kid, I'd have been drawing a Christmas tree with round baubles, with candy canes, and with presents underneath, and it just reminds me of doing that as a kid. So I might actually try and embrace my inner child for this, and I might try and do something different. Maybe I'll try and elevate flat colouring. But isn't that just shading then? Wouldn't you elevate flat colouring by shading? I just want to I want it to speak to that memory that I've got of drawing and colouring in Christmas trees as a kid. Maybe I'll just use really nice primary colours, you know, and let that be my starting point. I'll just keep it really traditional or very cute maybe. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We've got a few lights on there, candle lights, can make it look really pretty. So yes, this is, who am I buddying on this with now then? Let's have a think. It's Debbie at Colour Be Happy. So Debbie has an Instagram page, Colour Be Happy, and that's who I'm buddying on this with. So thanks Debbie for joining me on that page. In Julens à la Fargue by Maria Troller, All the Colours of Christmas. And then this gorgeous book I was just talking about not 5 minutes ago with my buddies. I've got 3 buddies on this as well. It's fantastic that I've got these little group buddies going. I'm absolutely loving it. We set all these up off the back of my October completed pages video, I think, or no, it was my November plans, but I started talking about December. So all these little group buddies that I'm in this month, you know, like 3 or 4 of us, they've all stemmed from that. So I love it that I reached out and you guys, you know, responded, which is brilliant. Yet again, I'm going to be buddying up with Helen Fulton, who I did that Johanna Basford page with in November. But also Amanda at All JR is joining me on this page, as well as Lisa from Lisa's Colouring. And Lisa was just asking if we'd started it. She showed me, Lisa's just showed us, me and Amanda, her inspiration pictures. Boy, oh boy, if she pulls that off, which I'm sure she will, that's going to be a stellar page by Lisa. So I love the colour palette and the inspo that she's gone for. I would like to see it certainly nighttime or maybe dusk. I don't think early morning for me. That is a moon, isn't it? So it's going to be nighttime. It could be made into a sun, but I'd like to see it nighttime. It's obviously meant to be a moon, but I think I'll try and go a little bit dusk with it. And I just want it to be really, really pretty. I think Maria Troller books just to bring that out in us, don't they? I just want it to be really, really pretty. But I haven't thought too much about it yet. But this is a wonderful, wonderful composition, a lovely frame, isn't it? So the focus straight on that deer. Beautiful. A lovely illustration, and I can't wait to get to it. So yes, that's with Amanda, Helen and Lisa. Moon Valley by Maria Troller. And then this is another thing I'm excited about. I've got so much to look forward to in December. And this should be a quick colour, really, because myself and Amy from Colour Me Amy, who also has this book, we've decided to do this page. So what we did was, and I love doing this, you know, as a bit of an extension to that buddy etiquette video that I've just put out. I never mentioned how I go about picking pages, but it's different every time. So sometimes I'll say, you pick any page you like. Sometimes they might say that to me, so that's wonderful. But more often than not, I do one of two things. So I'll suggest, I don't know whether everybody does this, but I'll say, why don't we both pick 3 to 5 pages, swap them at the same time, and then if we get any matches, it's like a sign. So that's what I did with, or sometimes the other way is I'll say to them, you send me 3 to 5 pages you love and I'll pick one if you like, or I can do that for you. I'll send you my favourite 3 to 5 pages and you pick your favourite. So we just decide, you know, we decide together how to decide. So for this one, we both swapped pages. We picked his favourite pages and swapped them, and this is the one that we had the same. So that's how we chose to do this page, which is obviously this page. That's the image on the opposite. Do I do it the same, or do I cover it up and just see what happens? But this is in a watercolour book, so this is an image that I will be painting in watercolour, and the paper is designed to take watercolour, so, you know, really thick, good watercolour paper. So yeah, we're going to recreate this image, either exactly or our own version, but I can't wait to get to it, Amy. I'm super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's not Christmassy in the slightest, and I kind of like that about it. It'll be a nice break from all the tinsel, let's say. So yes, that's in Jolies Maisons de France, which I believe is Beautiful Houses of France by Sarah Pirot, and it's a Marabou book, which I tend to like their books, papers. Up next, this is a buddy that myself and Ivy Pearl Clever Swirl, so my colouring buddy Ivy, should have done last month, but actually she reached out and she was a bit pushed at the end, and I were like, thank you Jesus, because I was also pushed. So we've decided to just make it a December page instead. So it's this family of deer, which are so cute. I don't want to not do it because I actually adore the image. I love this one as well. So, but I think we chose this one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ivy, but I would do either, just so you know. But yeah, this is the one I think we've chosen, and I can't wait to get to it because it's an untouched book, and it's one of my favourites, Lulu Mayo books. I only have 2, but seeing all the other books, I still would pick this. It's, you know, a million baby animals. It's got a lot of variety, so many cute images. I can't wait to get this book touched. Thank you very much, Ivy, for buddying up with me. Then, do you know something? Have you ever met Dana of Dabbler D? We met for the first time this month, and she's a cracking lady, isn't she? So I forget how we've come to this page. I think I were going to do the sloth, but I weren't married to the idea. And Dana also were interested in another page that I had on my plans. And I can't remember how the conversation actually went now, but I know there was some sort of negotiation, and she said, Dana said, if you do the cardinal, I'll do the day, or something like that. So she seems to want to do this cardinal, and I don't know whether it's because she enjoys birds and cardinals, or whether she's an American football fan. If you're in America, that's just called football, isn't it? But we call it American football. She might be an Arizona fan, because I think that's their team, isn't it, the Cardinals? So I don't know. Tell me what's behind it, Dan, I'm sorry I didn't ask at the time. I think I was going to sleep, or I think I just woke up. I remember being sleepy. So, but yeah, we've agreed this in this book. So I'm delighted because it's another untouched book. And it's a fantastic book by Stratton Peterson, Mystic Animals. And you always get some bump about, some info about the breed of bird as well. So a cardinal's red, I think, aren't they? Yeah, with its startling red plumage and talent for singing. Oh, sounds like a girl I used to know. Right. So yeah, we're going to do the cardinal page in Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. Dana from Dabbler D. And also with Dana, Instagram Dabbler D, we're doing this page in Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures, which is a new book for me. I had this page on my list. And that's what it was. I think she said she'd be happy to do this if I wanted to swap that to cardinal, which I'm pleased to do. And I've decided this is the page that I want to try out my King Art crayons. Not crayons, King Art gel crayons, I think they are. But I think on the box they're called mixed media crayons or something like that. This girl and two pufferfish. It's not seasonal, but I just think they're comical. I like them. And I think it'll be a nice thing to try new gel crayons out in the background a little bit and in the main image. So I'm going to try and go as far as I can with them as a bit of a test of my King Art. I'll just show you them. You've probably got them or seen them. But I opened them only yesterday. So I got the 48 pack Artist Mixed Media Gel Sticks. 48 Comfort Grip Gel Sticks. Now these aren't too expensive. And you might remember V kindly gifted me with some Bible highlighters, which I'm going to use alongside these for my birthday. So she sent them to me. I still haven't found out who that lovely lady is. I'm just calling her V because that's one of her initials. That's all I know about her. But yeah, I bought these for myself to go along with them. So these are King Art. There's 4 packs like this in there. These plastic things aren't very good, I don't think. That one's just snapped, I think. Yeah, they're going to annoy me. Do you know, I've got a thing, right? I don't know if it's just me or... Oof, things hurt my fingers. You know, opening, like a big bottle of Pepsi. I don't know whether I've just got right soft hands. I've not really had physical jobs. I've always had office jobs. But yeah, when I open a bottle of, like a big 2 litre bottle of Pepsi, it don't half hurt my bloody hands. I've always been the same. I've got a good pain threshold otherwise. So yeah, these are these. Yes, so I'll bring you along with me when I'm trying that out on that page, so you can so we can laugh together at my efforts. Oh yeah, I've opened that up upside down, I think, haven't I? They're really going to annoy me, them, so I'll find a different way of storing them, I think. If anybody's got these and you store them a different way, will you just let me know in comments, because any cheap storage solution that's better than that I would consider getting. King Art Mixed Media Gel Crayons for that page in Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures with Dabbler D, Dana. And then, we're still going. And then I'm going to be coming to this book. God, that covers one of the nicest covers in all the colouring books, isn't it, that? And I'm doing this gorgeous skating page, which is one of the ones that I put a shout out about. Does anybody want to do this page with me? And happily, Jenny from Instagram at May Colours, and she's on YouTube as well. That's May Colours. I'll link all these people if I can. I'm still learning how to link in my description. And we're going to buddy up on this page. So, yeah, I think she's made a start, actually. So, beautiful fairy lights. Anything with fairy lights I'm a fan of. I'm not very good at that yet. So, I guess practice is good. But, you know, I'm going to be using on that, don't you? I'm going to be using this from gifted to me for my birthday from Debbie. Folk Art Extreme Glitter in hologram again. I used it on another Maria Troller page, actually. Last month, and I absolutely love it. So that is going to be going certainly on my snow, maybe on my ice. So yeah, thanks again for that, Debbie. Told you we were going to get some use, didn't I? Yeah, so I can't wait to get to that. Jenny, thanks ever so much for buddying up with me. It's going to be a cute page, I do think. So that's in Orstede by Maria Troller. And then, is it Mermaid, you say? No, it's not. Just lost my mind. No, I am. It's this page that I am going to do next. And I'm doing this with Ellen, who I met through Facebook. I think we're both in Chromatic Collective. But we've kind of arranged to do this outside the group. Not that that matters. But she's just messaged me this morning, actually said, are we still up for it? I went, I am, yeah. And she's really up for it. So it's wintry. So I'm going to do this towards the end of the month, in that space between Christmas and New Year, probably. And we've got some of these narwhal, they're like narwhal seals or something, narwhals. Look at that face. Now, you might have heard me mention I don't enjoy Diane Defoe's faces on humans, but I love her faces on animals. So what I really should have got is, all right, Rocket. What I really should have got is the book that's mainly animals, because I think there's, is it Furballs? There's a book called Furballs or something, isn't there? And I believe, from the pages I've seen, she doesn't show the humans' faces. So that might be the book for me, but I'm on a book buying ban. So I might just add it to my wish list, the note that my husband takes in, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. All right, Rocket. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. I think it's like exactly two halves of the page. So under the ice and above the ice. I'm excited for that. Ellen, thank you for buddying up with me, because this is one of the books that I first bought in my first months of colouring, and I've still not got a page in it yet. And then up last, this is a choice for myself. This was a beautiful gift that I got in November. I've not decided on a page yet. I've obviously been thinking about that one. Lunar Love. I like that you get the pages named. This is Romantasy by Anna Yaron. Or Jaron. I like this image. I like a lot of the images in here. That's the problem. And yeah, but I'm definitely gonna, because it's so up my street, I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna do a page just for myself from this book in December, because I think it's lovely when somebody gives you something to use it, because I like to think about that person and think about, you know, I've got nice thoughts because this was given to me because somebody appreciates what I'm doing on my channel. So yeah, it's good vibes only when I'm colouring in this book, for sure. So lots of options. I fancy something quite winged. I fancy maybe that winged lady that I saw. I like angels and fallen angels and that kind of thing. A bit of fantasy stuff. So yes. Oh, that's a nice image. I really like that, actually. The Heart's Forbidden Pages. And that's like an anatomical heart. That could be an interesting colour. So yeah, not Christmassy at all, but just one that I fancied colouring in because I love the book. So thank you ever so much again. You know who you are. So yeah, that's the last book that I want to do in December. So you'll see that they were started off Christmassy, and after Christmas I very quickly go off Christmas. So I love Christmas. Don't ever think I'm like the Grinch, because I'm not. I love Christmas, but I love it for 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, from start of December to Christmas Day. And then I don't decorate anymore because we go away for Christmas, so I don't bother with decorations. We're going away on 20th this year. So, but when I did decorate, I always took my tree down on Boxing Day because I love that reset feeling before New Year. I like to get, you know, I like to think about future and plans and things like that. So yeah, Christmas is done for me after Christmas Day, and Boxing Day morning possibly. It's pretty much over. So my tree used to come down on Boxing Day. Now I don't even have to put one up. It's brilliant. So yeah, I love Christmas. It's all about the just food, the sparkly lights, candlelight, the magic of Christmas, Christmas movies, drinks, and just, we have a romantic one, as I've said before. So we're going to Scotland this year. I just booked us digs yesterday, so we're stopping in a little cottage on the west coast of Scotland, near Skye, near the Isle of Skye. So it's going to be beautiful. Me, Rocket and my husband for a week. Right, so I hope you have a fantastic December. We are going to speak before Christmas, but, you know, in case you're not around much, have a lovely Christmas if you're not going to be around in the colouring community much this month, because I know it's a busy month if you've got kids and family commitments and stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm going to see you in another video really soon. I've got some fun stuff video-wise planned for December as well. Fun and interesting maybe. We'll see. We'll see with me. I never know. I don't plan too much. I have ideas in my head, things that I want to mention and touch on. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. Please let me know what your plans are for December. I don't say that as a, you know, like a throwaway comment at the end of my video. Please do tell me. I do enjoy knowing. You've got the comments section below the video, which is the best way to contact me because I reply there every day. And I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as @PiggyPens. So yeah, reach out if you would like to talk about anything. I don't have any openings for buddies this month, unless you want to join us on one of those group ones that I've mentioned, because I'm sure the ladies who are already doing it wouldn't mind if a couple more people joined us. So I'll just recap on that. Daria songs at night, voyage, if presents fell from the sky. The bells in all the colours of Christmas. The reindeer in Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Agusa. The deer in moonlight in Moon Valley by Maria Troller. And that's your lot. So if you fancy joining on any of them, reach out. I can add you to my little group. Yeah, and we'll be sorted. Right, I'll stop waffling now. I'm so sorry about Rocket. Do you know, he's normally quite good after his walk and after he's eaten, but he's been whining a little bit. His little claws have been clipping round living room. As I always say, when I make a little bit of a mistake, I hope you'll give me a free pass on this one and come back for another video again soon. But for now, have a cracking December, guys, and happy colouring. Ta-da for now!
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.